and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a video on all the products that I regret purchasing. So within this video, it's all beauty products. So some skincare, some makeup. So with that being said, some of these products did not work for my personal skin type. Some of them were awful products, and also some of them were just not needed. So I did purchase all these products with my own money. So with that being said, let's jump in and get started. The very first skincare product here I have is the Clinique Acne Solutions Acne Spot Treatment Gel. So this gel is for when you get a blemish and you put a little bit on that area, and then it kills kind of that bacteria. But not only does this kill the bacteria in your skin, it kills all the healthy skin around it. So say you take a Q-tip and you put a little bit on a blemish area, this will destroy the skin fully around it, which means you'll have to go back in with like a heavy hydrating mask, intensive moisturizing treatment, something like that. So it kind of defeats the whole purpose because it is so harsh. So this definitely was a regret buying. I would not buy this again just because it hurts the skin so much. There is a really good one though, because I normally don't get acne, so you can use this all over your face if you do get acne regularly. But because I just get a few blemishes here and there, it's a Clarins Spot Treatment Gel. So I'll link it down below, and then you'll be able to look at it too if you want to give that a try. So next product here, this is the Biotherm Aqua Source Exfoliating Cleansing Gel. This one here, I did try to use it up, but you can see that there's quite a bit of product left. I did not like it so much that I couldn't even finish a face wash. So for one, I do really like foaming face washes. So something that's going to foam up, it's going to take all my makeup off, and it's going to sud. So something that's that I feel that gets in my pores, gets rid of all that makeup, gets rid of all that dirt and oil from the day. Something like a gel does not do that for me, especially because it has little exfoliating beads. So I would much prefer to exfoliate like 2 to 3 times a week than I would every single day, especially because this cannot be used on my Clarisonic because it's too much exfoliating. This was definitely a no-go for me. I would regret purchasing this. It was not that expensive. I believe it was like 20 bucks, so not too bad. But I couldn't even finish it because I didn't like it that much. And that was hard because I can't even wash my brushes with it just because it has those exfoliating beads in it. So I can't even use it for something like that. So next is a deodorant. So this is from Sage. It is a spray deodorant. As I've mentioned before, I do have really sensitive skin. So I was looking for a deodorant that's perfect for sensitive skin. So this one here, it smells amazing. It goes on great, but you have to use 10 sprays to use it as like a normal deodorant. So that defeats the whole purpose because this one small bottle is $15. So you go through it very quickly. And I found that it did not mask odor. It did not stop from you perspirating. I got purchasing this product because it was a waste of $15. It's still really full too. So definitely something I would not recommend. So last skincare product here is the Clinique Turnaround Revitalizing Lotion. So this is essentially an essence. So I know in lots of Asian cultures they use an essence because it does, you wash your face, you tone your face, then you put on an essence. So an essence, as you can see, is very liquidy. You put it on so that it makes all your other products absorb a lot better, makes them penetrate a lot deeper into the skin. To me, an essence is nice. But at the end of the night, when I'm exhausted and I don't even feel like taking my makeup off in general, I don't want to add another step. So I found that this didn't do much. I didn't see a difference in my skin when I was using it, and I just thought it was an extra step that was probably not necessary. I have a few packs of lashes. These are the Lena Lashes. I did order these online. So they were quite expensive. I believe they were $30 each or $60 each for a pair. I'm not positive, but I will link them down below so that you can check them out. So they are beautiful. So you can see here, this one's still in the package. It's beautiful lashes. But the only problem is that my skin's so allergic to it. So I had them on for literally 1 hour and I had to rip them off because my skin was so allergic to it. It is real hair, so maybe that's why, but again, they are beautiful. I've tried them multiple times, but I just can't use them. So that's just definitely something I regret purchasing just because they didn't work for me. Not because they aren't beautiful, not because they aren't good quality, but they just didn't work for my specific skin type. So next makeup product is the Stila Contour Kit. So you can see here, I have used it a few times. With that being said, it's definitely something I regret purchasing because it is so much work. So it's perfect if I were to get married or go to a graduation, something like that. But because it is so heavy, I have to set it with a contour powder anyway. So I would much rather just go in with like my Shade and Light palette than I would do the cream contour plus the powder. I also found that this is light, so the lightest shade, that it was very orange. So as this being a contour shade, it's not super ashy and it's not a matte contour shade. It's very orange. As you guys know, I do love Stila products. Like I use them in most of my tutorials, most of my videos. But this was just a miss for me. I didn't love this one. The highlight is beautiful. So you can't really see it there, but it is very, very light and bright. So it's beautiful, especially for under your eyes. But that contour shade's just way too orange for me, especially being so fair. I can't really add orange to my skin. So this was definitely a miss for me. It may work for others. It does come in light, medium, and dark. But like I said, this one is the light one. So next is a cult favorite, and I did try it, but I just did not love it. So this is the YSL Shocking Mascara. I did get it just in black. So I did pay like, I think like $35, $40 for this mascara, but it just did not work for me. So I did get this before I did have eyelash extensions, but it was super clumpy for me. I would put it on and then I would want to separate the lashes where there was a little bit too much mascara or something, and it just would not work. It would not separate. It's really deceiving because the brush head here is something that I would normally go for, but I think it's just the formula of the specific mascara because I love the brush head, but I don't love the mascara. So this was definitely a miss for me, something I regret purchasing because it was almost 40 bucks. So it didn't work for me, but it may work for other people's lashes. Next makeup product here is La Base Primer. This one is by Lancome. So this is a product that you put on before you go in with your foundation, before you go in with your whole face of makeup. I found that it did not like give me a smooth surface. So it didn't like fill in my pores. It didn't hide any like fine lines, anything like that. I found it is clear. So in this bottle here, it is full. It's just a clear primer. But I did find that this is super greasy. So if you have any oil on your face already, this is definitely not a primer I would recommend, just because it's super oily. And I found that even though I have normal skin, my foundation like wanted to wipe off my face. And it wasn't dry after I would like powder. It would still be like tacky and sticky. So definitely something I would skip on. I believe it's around like $50. So save your money there and get something like the Professional or the Too Faced Hangover RX. That's always a good one. But this one was a miss for me. Some people love this one. So I don't know if I'm using it wrong, but it is supposed to be oil free. That's what's super confusing to me because it's so greasy, but it's supposed to be oil free. This product here is a drugstore product. Normally I do love my drugstore products. I have lots of high-end, but I also have lots of drugstore. So this one is the CoverGirl Intensify Me eyeliner. So as you can kind of see here, it is a weird, it's like a curved but flat eyeliner. It's very sheer. So if you kind of see there, it's not even a full black line. And I haven't even had it for, like, I literally just opened it probably like 2 months ago. So it is very sheer. I cannot use it because when you go over with one line, you have to go back in with like a second line, a third line, just to make that dark eyeliner line. And that's a waste of time. I don't want to do that. This is definitely a miss for me, but something that I didn't lose a lot of money on because it is drugstore. It is CoverGirl. So something that's like $7, $8. So definitely was not a huge loss there, but I would not recommend that product. So next is a Benefit Cosmetic product. It is pretty new. This one is called Air Patrol. It is an eyeshadow base. It is a BB cream for the eyelids, so it does have an SPF in it. It will help cover any darkness, any blue veins in the eyelid, which is a really smart idea. It was a really smart invention. But for me personally, it creases so bad. So I put it on and then I set it kind of with an eyeshadow like I normally do. It just did not work. So throughout the day, probably about even an hour later, I had huge creases in my eyeshadow area. Again, this is a really new product for them. It may work for someone who is extremely dry, but with me having normal skin, I don't have oily eyelids and this does not stay on. So again, that's Air Patrol by Benefit Cosmetics. So next is Eyebrow Majestro by Armani. So this, I specifically bought it Holt Renfrew for my eyebrows. So I wanted it as like a pomade for my eyebrows to fill them in. So we did use it in store. It looked beautiful. She did a great job. But when I got home, it's so thin. So as you can see here, I have used like none of it. But it's so sheer. So I think that's why it's called Eye and Brow, because you can use it as your eyeshadow as well. So I wanted to kind of show you a difference here. So I'll swatch it for you. Okay, so there's the Armani one right there. And I want to show you what the Anastasia one looks like next to it. So this is another eyebrow pomade that I have and I've purchased. So look at the difference. This one's Armani. This one's Anastasia. The Anastasia one has a lot more pigment in it, so you're not going to have to layer and layer and layer, especially with it being a pomade. You have to layer it so many times that it starts looking thick and cakey to fill in my areas of my brow. So it may be because I have such light brow hairs, but it's such a sheer product that I think it would probably be that for everyone. It was quite expensive, like $45, $50. So I'll definitely keep that out for maybe an eyeshadow base or using it as an eyeshadow. But I probably will not be using that for my eyebrows. Something I regret purchasing, but I can make it work. So next product here, this is a body product. So this one is called Pretty Pushwan. I don't know. I got it from like a spa because I was at a Lancome school and I saw a lady having this on her arms and she was beautiful. It looked phenomenal on her. So I asked her what she was using and this is what she was using. I searched all over the city for this. I paid $42. The price is still on the back, but I hated it. So this summer when I had occasions, vacations, dinners, that kind of thing, I put some of this on my legs and on my arms. So it is supposed to be a self tanner as well as give you like a luminosity glow to your skin. It definitely does that, but the only downside is it does not dry. So say you want to cross your legs at dinner or something, it's going to be sticky the whole night. No matter what you do, it did not seep into my skin. I don't know if it was my skin personally. I don't know if I have dry skin, moisturized skin, what it was. It would not seep in. So it would be tacky on my body the entire night. And trying to take your clothes off, trying to cross your legs, it was awful. So I definitely did not reach for it. After a few times I did try it just because it's so sticky. So know when you have a lotion and it's so sticky you don't even want to use it. That's definitely what this is like. So I'm not going to put on a self tanner that never dries. So next product that I regret purchasing is a CC cream. So this is Darphin CC cream. I am in the shade 01 Light. So this is a CC cream. I normally do not go with CC creams just because I like more of a fuller coverage. But for days in the summer, I definitely picked this up because it has an SPF 35. So it is a really nice formula, but it may just be my skin. It may be CC creams in general. They do not sit on my skin properly, so when I put them on I can fully see where I put the product, whether I use a beauty blender, a brush, my fingers. I fully see where I laid the product and it comes off very easily. So it's a perfect color for me. It matched really well, but did not stay. So when I'm putting a foundation or I'm putting a CC cream on, I kind of want it to stay all day. So I think a CC cream is more of like a tinted moisturizer, so it's definitely going to come off a lot easier than something like a full coverage foundation. So again, that's the Darphin CC cream. So next is another CC cream. So this one is by IT Cosmetics. You can order this online. I am in the color Fair. Again, great formula. It's great coverage, but I could see exactly where I put it. So especially in my nose area, nothing stays long there. This would come off in the matter of like half an hour. You couldn't rub your nose if it was itchy because this product would come off. So I did try to set it with a powder. I tried without a powder. I know they have reformulated it into another selection of these CC creams, I've not tried those, so definitely something that I may consider trying again. It is an SPF 50, so that's another reason why I really wanted it, because I'm so fair, I need high sun protections, so definitely a benefit, but it did not stay on my skin. No matter, again, if I used a beauty blender, a brush, my fingers, I could see where I applied it. Again, I think it's more like a tinted moisturizer opposed to the foundation, which I normally like. But certainly not least is the BH Party Girl palette. I do have a couple of the BH Cosmetics palettes here. This one is just a colorful one. So I found with these, they're super affordable. You order them online. I did also make my personalized palette with this. Something that I really enjoyed doing, and again, really affordable. But I found with these, I don't reach for them because they're not pigmented. So yes, the purples and the pinks and the yellows are pigmented, but if I want to do something like a neutral eye, there's no pigment in it. Definitely something I regret purchasing. It was not very expensive, like $5-10, something like that, so not too big of a loss, but something I probably would not recommend and not purchase again. So that's it. That's all the products that I regret purchasing of this year. I have all purchased these with my own money. I have tried them myself. All the opinions and reviews are my own. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.